My name is Dare Folare. Today, we are looking at youth mentorship. We are discussing the role of youth mentorship, in the development of our youth. I have with me two guests. I have with me the fellow of the Legislative Mentorship Initiative, Abimbola Olonade. Abimbola, you're welcome to the program.
It's nice having you, sir.
I also have with me Comrade Taiwo Adeyemo. Comrade Taiwo Adeyemo, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you, sir.
So, role of mentorship in youth development. Tell us about what happened. You were the one that represented Ogun State.
Yes.
Out of about 50 participants at the legislature. Tell us about it. What happened?
Okay, well, actually, out of 7,000, so only 50 participants were selected to represent their state. And I must say it's a very good opportunity for me, a very good opportunity. And the Legislative Mentorship Initiative, so basically what they do is, it's a program designed for youth.
Right.
And what they do is they train young leaders for leadership positions. So basically that's what legislative mentorship is all about. And I sincerely want to thank the founder, Right Honorable Femi Abimbola,
okay.
So the visionary behind the mentorship initiative. Yeah.
Okay. Comrade Adeyemo, mentorship, what are your mentorship needs? You are a youth. Tell us, what are your mentorship needs so that people can know in which area do you need mentorship?
Thank you, sir. When talking about mentorship, you know, it's a very diversified concept because there are many aspects in which youth growth and society need development. So we can look at it through education,
okay.
Career development, religious itself, because without religious there is no life. And in talking about development, people develop through concepts of ideology.
Right.
Our perception is sometimes define who we are. And if we look at what society is doing to us now, we need people to change our idea and guide us through development, because mentorship is just the part of guidance from person who has idea to person coming. That is why you look at someone to be your mentor and guide you through the process of development.
Okay, you look up to somebody to guide you. The examples that the elders are setting, are you satisfied with some of the examples that they're setting?
Yeah, of course, yes, I'm satisfied with the examples they're setting nowadays. And Comrade Taiwo didn't talk about what mentorship really entails.
Okay.
So I would say mentorship is, you know, having an experienced person who is willing to help you grow personally or professionally.
Okay.
And you know, I tell people, like, you know, if you really want to become somebody very successful, there are areas you will go to, and there are times you meet a lot of youth where they tell you, no matter how intelligent you are or no matter how smart you are,
okay.
you think you are, I feel it's imperative that you have a mentor that would guide you, especially when you, regardless of the career path you want to delve into. You need a mentor who is intentional about your growth, who wants to see you, you know, growing to become a successful young person that you are. So that's why I feel. And I would like to say I really appreciate mentors out there, you know, who are willing to, you know, especially when youth walks up to them, they are willing to embrace us, they are willing to take us to the right path. So we don't, when it comes to navigating life,
okay.
they are willing to help us grow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what's the role of Nigerian Institute of Public Relations in mentoring you? I mean, your Ogun State chapter, for instance. How have you been enjoying mentorship?
Talking about the institute,
right?
The institute have really work really well, and they are really done well. Because my experience as a student, when I enjoyed the institute, I wasn't exposed to many things, but through training and networking and opportunities, I've been able to learn more. Because I serve in many capacities as a public relations officer.
Right.
My first year on campus, I serve as a press club public relations officer. Then that is the PR for the press club.
Right.
And then I only believe that PR is not about writing press release, you know, giving out.
Then that was what you thought.
But when I go to the institute, right. I learn many more. Because through workshops and through trainings, I was able to learn beyond many process. Then I learned more about the area and specialization of public relations, right. Because we believe that every human being is a public relation officer,
Right.
apart from people elected or being appointed to a particular position.
Right.
So these people have really done well. I give kudos to the chairman, that is Mrs. Shemboye, and the executive, because they really did well. Their part in the aspect of the youth development in the state section has really done well, because the institute does not look you as a youth. They believe you as a member rather.
Right.
You have what it takes to work, and the task they give to you also promotes and give us the courage to fit into any position.
Okay.
So I really commend the effort on that.
Amazing. Abimbola, share your experiences with us.
All right, yeah. So before I share my experience, I would like to mention a few things.
Please.
And what are the things you can look out for when selecting or when choosing a mentor? Yeah.
Okay.
And it's one thing I discussed with Taiwo.
Okay.
Firstly, I'll mention first point. Somebody with experience. You need somebody who is experienced, and secondly, you need somebody who understands what it means to mentor you. Somebody who is intentional about you. Somebody who is consistent. Yeah, you need somebody who is not an inconsistent person. Somebody who is consistent. Yeah, and I'm going to share my experience as a PR person. Yeah, before I became an associate of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, I served as a volunteer. Yeah, even though it wasn't really an easy thing for me, but I thought to myself like, Bimbo, this part is really going to work for you. And I was able to, although it came with challenges, although I was able to see beyond all of those challenges.
Okay, talk to us about volunteerism. You volunteer, you were not paid.
I wasn't paid.
Okay, talk to us about it.
Volunteerism is not something you feel you need to get paid for. It's something you have to do willingly. And at the end of the day, you see it being positive for yourself.
Right.
Yeah, like even though there are times, not because money is not necessary, money is very important, but at the same time, volunteerism is very, very important. It helps you grow as a young person, and volunteerism has helped me as a young woman. It has even opportunities I feel cannot come my way. Like it has opened doors of opportunities, and that's why I tell people like make most of every opportunity that comes your way, no matter how small it is, no matter how little it is. And you meet a lot of youth where they tell you, oh, this is a cheap opportunity. As far as I'm concerned, and that is how I think, having the right mindset, like no opportunity is cheap, no opportunity is small. And of course, when I entered, not like they were paying me, but I saw it as an avenue, to grow myself, to be a better me. And thank God it's helping me. It's opening doors of opportunities I never imagined, I would walk into. Yep.
Okay, tell us some of your experiences. You were there at the first public relations week. Tell us about that.
Okay, yes, I was there. So I happened to be I volunteered as a social media manager. And thereafter NPR with that 2025. I was opportune to represent that's our chairman for the young professionals of Jim Deniliaku. So I was given the opportunity to represent her at my alma mater. So that's another opportunity where I work Babcock University. So I was given the opportunity to represent her, and that really, really opened doors for me. So you see lecturers calling, Bimbo, we need you to come back to your alma mater to speak. We need you to come here to come and speak on this. And that being said, another experience again I've gathered over time, that's because of this volunteerism. When that's UYO 2025, NPR week UYO, where I was among the panelist session here. So we spoke about youth, exactly what we are talking about now. That was what we discussed with them. And I have with me few students who I mentor. Of course, I know I also need a mentor. Of course, I know I also need a mentor, but I have few students who I mentor who want to become better for themselves. Yeah.
Okay, Comrade Adeyemo, tell us about your own mentorship experience.
Okay, sir. My mentorship experience has really helped me a lot. Because
did you volunteer like Bimbo?
Not really.
Okay.
I can only say that with a friend's perspective.
Okay.
Because there was a time I encountered a kind of challenge in my academic progress where I was so down. But my mentor was the person that gave me the courage to fight back. Because I won't like.
What happened? Did you fail?
I didn't fail, but I failed. Let me say that. Yes, because we believe that if you don't have a carryover, you don't fail. But when you have a carryover, you fail. But the expectation at a particular grade, when you don't meet it up, you know you failed yourself.
Right.
So I was targeting a particular CGPA. Well, unfortunately for me, I was not able to meet it up, and that affected me in many ways because I was contesting for a position then in school, which that affected me. But I went to my mentor then to speak with her, and luckily for me, I made my mentor at the program, which she lived far away, but she listened to me, as Abimbola said earlier.
Okay.
The mentor is someone that listens to you and give you the way forward. Anytime I text her or call, she responds to me. And my mentor is not just one person, there are many people.
Many people.
Because I can't say I have one mentor. I have many mentors in different fields. But coming to the aspect I'm talking about now, when I was down then, I was like giving up. I told my mentor then, Ma, I don't think I can fulfill many things. She and some people told me, Taiwo, you have to not give up. Sometimes you need to just recharge and work more. You need to just fight back in many ways. This can be a challenge for you to just know who you are and work towards building back who you truly work. So I look up to that word and I see that myself. Through that word alone, I wrote down my agenda, my perception, my goal. Because the reason I say my perception is that what I have in mind before, I have to change it. I have to look towards mapping out new strategy and achieving my specific goal. Luckily for me, after a while, I fell back. I wouldn't like to make mention of points because, then I happened to be at the lower class. But when I fought back, I hoped to have 3.48 out of 4 GPA, and later I have 3.45, which means that without mentorship, I might have given up myself. But through just little out of those time and the support and encouragement they give to me, I was able to fight back and get back by myself.
That's wonderful. Abimbola, tell us about it. More about it.
So I'm going to buttress more what Comrade Taiwo said. You know, you talked about
goal setting.
Goal setting, like creating agenda, which is very, very beautiful and amazing. And one thing I would say is, you know, there are a lot of youth I've met, and not because they are not smart or they are not intelligent, but what I would say is my take home, my advice I would give to them is, you know, there are times where you feel you don't need a mentor. But one thing I've realized over time is when you have a mentor, of course, there's no career path that doesn't have its challenges, as far as I'm concerned. Whether you're going into PR, you're a lawyer, regardless of the career path you want to choose, if you don't have the right mentor, things will not be easy for you. This is not me saying things to get them scared, but things will not be easy for you. But when you have the right mentor, they'll make you navigate through life. Not because it's going to be, of course, that's why I said there is no career path that doesn't have its challenges. But when you have the right mentor, they are able to guide you properly. So you navigate through life.
Can one be mentored through books?
Of course, definitely, yes.
Were you mentored?
Yes, I read books a lot. Like, you know, I've read books, I don't Joel Austin. I read his books very on, you know, motivation and public speaking, books like that. They really help you. And of course, aside from books, online. Because I remember I met, there's this man I met through LinkedIn. LinkedIn is another platform where you can connect with mentors. And lo and behold, I never knew I would see him in Abuja. He happens to be the chairman for LMI, Legislative Mentorship Initiative. He's the special advisor to Sinibu on international cooperation. That's Ambassador Dapo Iwole. So we've been talking to, and he has been mentoring me on so many things. So Abimbola do this on leadership positions. Yeah, that's what I would say. So aside from books, there are different platforms where you can, you know, link to mentors. You can meet them. It's not necessarily physical. It could be LinkedIn, books, any platform.
Come with Adebayo. It is often said that people, your generation don't read. You have a lot of avalanche of information, but you don't read really. So what do you have to say to your colleagues about reading?
Okay, sir. To me personally, I believe readers are leaders. If you don't read, you can't lead, because people who are of role model have to be of example. You pushing to be a leader, not having good grade, you are nothing but a follower. because so at some point it will be needed. We have to read because reading sharpen our intellectuals and open our mind beyond just our sphere.
Okay.
That is my. But before I also go on that, I will encourage the youth to take the time to read, because the only key for us to unlock our potentials or features is through reading. There are many things in a book beyond the contextual meaning of it.
Right.
That is through the intellectuals and building up who we are ourselves, because sometimes we might just read a book at the point and sometimes needed not at the moment but later in future. So I would just encourage you to just make it, and also encourage the government to also provide awareness for the youth. That is a major problem we are having in the state. Coming into that section, because the leaders sometimes neglect the youth and look to us like we are beggars others, but it's not so. Because looking up to a role model, there are some things you see that will attract you to somebody, but giving the avenue to move closer to them will also help us. For example, I want to make sure of a person and a leader in NIPL, that is Mr. Adeyemo. A day he gave a lecture at a meeting. I was able to meet with him and some of my colleagues. The little section he gave them was not enough than the one he gave us behind the scenes, because his word alone give us and enlighten us to many things. That is what we can say about reading. If Mr. Adeyemo has not been a leader and a reader, he won't be able to impact us more with knowledge he gives to us every day. Okay. I really appreciate him for that.
Okay. Leaders are often, youth are often called leaders of tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Do you think you youth are prepared for leadership? Are you prepared?
Of course, we are prepared. For the serious-minded ones, we are. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. In terms of how are you prepared? In terms of capacity? Okay. Do you think you have capacity for leadership?
In terms of capacity, capacity, and that's why, like I said earlier, it's good when you surround yourself with good mentors, people that will push you forward, and they have the ability to see good in you, and they can push you forward, and somebody who is intentional about you. So I would say for the serious-minded youth out there, nothing is to, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to dream big. Don't be scared. So as long as you have the right mentors that are able to, they are able to groom you to become a better you. Of course, definitely, nothing is difficult. And as long as you set your mind on the right path, there is nothing absolutely difficult. Yeah.
Okay. So what about getting your voices out there? Do you write articles? Do you, on Facebook or LinkedIn, do you engage with your fellows?
Yes, sir. Because I personally, as I said earlier, my name is Taiwo.
Okay.
I served previously as the Vice President of the student in Motion Polytechnic. Okay. I'm still serving as the Public Relations Officer of the State Student in Mapoli and the President of the Club Mapoli. Likewise, SSA to the current speaker, Mapoli, as the Public Engineering Communication. Okay. So any time we share information, or I have an idea on, I write it and share it on personal my profile and some other platforms, because I believe that is the only way we can share out ideas. Communication is the word to society, and they said man cannot communicate. That is the word of communication. So if we don't share idea, the idea will surely die. And no idea is small. Someone might be somewhere seeing it where we do not even have the idea that our message is reaching.
Amazing.
So apart from that too, I also engage with some people personally, because I have, let's say, society where we read books, that is on WhatsApp. Okay, you read books? Yes. Okay. We review a particular book to know how far we are developing ourselves. That's wonderful. And in my house personally, some people call me doctor. Okay. Because at my free time, I take time to, after I went to school, I still try to connect with some people. Okay. Because they said what you live, if it does not leave you, it is some way or the other leave you. Okay. So I try to guide them that to maintain my position as an illiterate, not an illiterate. Wonderful.
I know you are big on engagement. Tell us some of how you engage with some of your fellow youth.
Okay. So what I do is, I'm going to start by saying this. Nobody is too small for you to walk up to. And let me use myself as an example. Let me just give a very good example. So, and at the same time, just as you just do what works for you. So I'm not the kind of person that underestimates, or I can't really learn from this. But the moment I see that, or I sense, I see that, okay, there's something unique about this person I can learn from.
Right.
As far as I'm concerned, there's nobody I cannot learn from. I learn from my younger ones, and that's how you become a good leader.
Right.
You're not a leader because of, regardless of how smart or how intelligent you are. So there's nobody you cannot learn from as far as you, or you cannot engage with.
Right.
So don't see yourself so, and that's what has been helping me. There is nobody I do not learn.
Right.
Yeah, and this is something I will always emphasize on. I learn from anybody, whether young ones, even somebody, it might be funny, even somebody in GS1. As long as I feel like there's something I can learn from you, I would hold you very tight, and that's the way I think. And it has been helping me. It has been helping who I am. Yeah.
Okay, in rounding off now, as we begin to have a comrade, what's the Nigeria of your dream, and how you spend your roadmap getting towards that?
Sir, I would like to come in with many things, but I just hope in little time Nigeria will be better.
Nigeria will be better.
And we the youth are ready.
You are ready?
Yes,
okay, Bimbo, the Nigeria of your dream.
Okay, well, let me just start by saying this. You know, a lot of people say, oh, Nigeria is a bad country. But as far as I'm concerned, I believe in Nigeria. I believe Nigeria is going to be great again.
Amen.
By the grace of God. Yeah, that's my take. Yeah.
Okay, you believe Nigeria is going to be great again.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to rise again. Let me
Right. So tell us about that Abuja thing.
Okay.
The leadership mentorship thing. You stood with the
Our
chief of staff now,
chief of
the
staff.
former speaker of the House of Representatives. So tell us about that. Share that with us in person.
Okay, yes. It was really a wonderful experience, you know, standing next to the visionary leader behind the legislative mentorship initiative is something I would always cherish, a moment I will always remember. Yes, and it's somebody, you know, one thing about Right Honorable Femi Adeyemo is he has passion for youth. He's willing to help you grow. And I must say, this is not me flattering the Honorable Femi Adeyemo. But what I see in him is somebody who is passionate about youth, who is exactly what I'm saying about mentorship, who is willing to, you know, see, who is willing to help you grow.
Right, give a helping hand.
Yeah, that's the word. Who is willing to help you grow, professionally, personally, and...
Okay.
Yeah.
And on that note, we'd like to call it a day on the program. I want to thank you, Bimbo Olonade, for coming. Thank you, Comrade Taiwo Adeyemo. That's the package for this week. Until next week when we come your way again with a fresh edition of the program.